school. I'm ending my first year as principal, but just like Ms. Katsalik is a graduate of the institution, I started teaching at Wilde Lake in 1994 and was at Wilde Lake for 11 years and had just the privilege of being able to come back home this year. And so we're so excited to be able to welcome you to Wilde Lake, to our family, to our ohana, which we'll learn more about. But ohana is a Hawaiian concept, and it's that idea of an extended family. Your friends, your neighbors, your community, your extended, your cousins and uncles and aunties, and
Was
we
I
are
supposed to be
part of your
recording
ohana.
this?
We are here to make
I'm
your
recording.
4 years of high school absolutely amazing, so that you can become the very best you, and so that you can get all of the skills that you need to be able to find your purpose and create your path for once you get your high school diploma. And right now, I just want you to think about yourself 4 years from now, wearing your cap and your green gown and walking across the stage at Merriweather, and you're going to have a diploma in one hand, and in your other hand you're going to have your college acceptance or your trade school acceptance or your military enlistment paperwork or a job offer for a job that pays a great wage and has health benefits. And I know that seems like that's really far away, but believe it or not, you're going to blink and you're going to be at Merriweather for graduation in 2024. And so we really encourage you to take advantage of every opportunity at Wilde Lake, to, in the classroom, to challenge yourself and to take courses that are really going to help you with your next steps, and to get involved with extracurricular activities like sports or the theater or clubs. And you'll hear all about these different pieces from the amazing students and staff members in this meet. But just know you are now part of a whole new family, and we got you, and we are going to support you through the whole process. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you to all of our Wildcats who are here as well to help out. Ms. Kostelik, I noted the comment in the chat, and I will take that with me in my heart, and I'm going to head on and let you guys get started with the presentation. Thanks so much.
So, Ms. Costello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, welcome everyone to the lake. We are very excited to meet you, even if it is virtually, and we look forward to the day where we will be back together at the actual lake. But we're going to introduce you to it today. Hopefully, we'll be able to answer some of your questions, and we have a phenomenal team with us in this session to help answer questions and talk a little bit more about Wilde Lake. So Ms. Badamosi is one of our counselors here. She will be joining us. She's having some technical issues right now, so hopefully she'll join us, and when she does, we will allow her some time to introduce herself and talk a little bit more about student services. I am Jamie Proctor, science teacher, and I am joined
I thought the
by...
same thing.
Hey guys, I am Miss Kostelik. I teach English 9, so
I was thinking
hopefully
the
some
same.
of you will be hanging out with me in the fall.
We have some student leaders joining us, so I'm going to ask them to unmute their mics and just introduce themselves briefly for us.
Hi, I'm Caleb Afwork. I'm a recent graduate at Wilde Lake.
Hi, I'm Morgan Barrett. I'm a 10th grader.
Hi. Oh, wow. Hi, I'm Michelle Yamana, and I'm a rising junior.
Thank you so much. I think we'll just go ahead. Miss Leonard sort of introduced their admin team for you. And so today we're going to do just a brief welcome and introduction. We have a video presentation that lots of people spent much time putting together for you. And then we'll talk a little bit about the Wildcat Way, why it's important to start strong in your 9th grade year, open it up for any questions and answers that you might have, and then sort of wrap it up and send you on to have a lovely Thursday. But one of our, you might have heard Wilde Lake referred to as ohana. and Ohana means family. And so this year we've really embraced that idea of family, and I am just so glad that we have, because you really need family during these types of times in our world. And we work really, really hard and diligently to make sure that everyone in our Ohana feels like they are part of the family, and that no one is left behind at any time during their journey with us or after their journey with us. So this is a short video. I'm going to play it. If the volume is not good, will you just let me know, Ms. Kostelik, and I will attempt to adjust. Oops.
Will do.
Sorry.
Class of 2024. My name is Ms. Rodney, and I am the proud ninth grade administrator here at Wilde Lake High School. I want to say welcome to your new home in the fall. I look forward to seeing you and working with you all. You have to do two things. I need you to stay safe this summer and finish strong in the middle schools. Love you. See you soon.
I see it. Go Wild Lake! Go Cats! Go Wild Lake! Go Cats! Is it clearer for you? It's glitching.
Welcome to Wilde Lake High School. We are so excited to have you. We hope that you will have an amazing time here at the lake, and we know that you will find your purpose and create your path for your future. Welcome home. Let's go check it out.
Don't know about you, but I'm already at home.
As you enter Wilde Lake High School, immediately to your right, you will find our main office. Here, you will find the first warm faces to greet you.
I legit have
Our
never
amazing
noticed this room.
secretaries are here and ready to serve and help the Wilde Lake community. They love their Wildcats.
Hello and welcome to the Wilde Lake class of 2024. My name is Marcy Leonard, and I'm the incredibly proud principal of the best high school in Howard County, Wilde Lake. We are so excited to have you join us, both as Wildcat in the fall and today, as we have a wonderful new student orientation arranged for you. You are about to start a 4-year adventure that will set the foundation for you to find your purpose and create your path for after you earn your high school diploma. We have amazing staff members and students as a part of our community, as a part of our family, as a part of our Ohana, to help you along the way. And your contributions in the classroom,
Your reviewers
in
like you.
theater,
Thank you.
in our stadium, and in the gymnasium, and most importantly in our community, are going to be ones that we know we will treasure for many years to come. So don't hesitate to ask questions, to jump right in and participate, and to know that you are about to be a part of something special, the Wilde Lake community. Welcome.
Right across the hall from our main office is our Student Services Center. There are so many people here, ready and excited to help you. You'll be meeting with your counselors several times a year, but please always stop down to say hi. You're always welcome. Welcome to Main Street. This is where everything happens. We have all of our fairs here, our club fairs, our sports fairs, BSAP, Row Kappa will hold fairs to give information about amazing people in our histories and our past and our present. In addition, you'll see all of the practices after school. Cheer team will practice here, step team will practice here, comms team will practice here, the band will practice here. This is in the front of the building and it will lead up to the main staircase to get you to the second floor. This is JRT. This is where we have all of our assemblies, all of our concerts. It's a great place. It's the fanciest one in Howard County. And we do all of these amazing events down here. So anytime you're called to the JRT, it's right this way. Along with our amazing theater, we also have classrooms down here in the Fine Arts Wing. So over here in room 161, we have the mini theater.
Are you recording?
Adler will have her theater.
Anaya said she couldn't make it and asked one of us to record it for her. Anaya couldn't make it, so she asked one of us to record it for her.
Okay. I wonder if there's a way you can record off your computer with that. I'll leave it on. I'm gonna run out. You good?
Down this hallway, you'll see the choir room, the band room, the orchestra room, the guitar room,
Hey,
the dance room.
band squad.
Right now, I'm outside our amazing media center on the second floor. Remember that Wilde Lake has 4 floors. All of the locker rooms are in the basement. The gym, Main Street, and all of the front offices are on the first floor. On the second floor, you have the media center and classrooms. And on the third floor, you have classrooms as well. And remember, no matter what anyone tells you, there is no pool on the roof. Welcome to the Wilde Lake Media Center.
Probably said that because there
Bailey
is
and Miss Palmatier will help you with all your needs, whether you forgot your login, you need to check out a book, you need help printing your documents, whatever you need, they are here to help. They also have awesome stations set up, like coloring and puzzles and crafts, and they always have a wide display of book recommendations as well as student work and art.
Hey there, future Wildcats. I'm Mr. Penn, the Athletic and Activities Manager at Wilde Lake High School. And on behalf of the Wilde Lake Department of Athletics, we just want to say welcome. You know, we're so excited to see you this coming fall. I'm here today to talk about the many ways that you can get involved while you're attending Wilde Lake High School. We have 4 years with you. I know 4 years seems like a long time, but trust me, once you're here, it's going to fly by. So, what we want to do is make sure that you get involved in many extracurricular activities as you can. So, one of the 17 different sports programs that we have may be the right one for you. We have baseball.
Oh, he cheating. He moving the ball.
And our clubs and sponsors. I hope to see you soon. Remember, stay safe and go Cats, class of 2024.
Welcome to Wilde Lake High School, class of 2024. I'm Miss Paget, and I'm going to be one of your class sponsors. I can't wait for our school year to start, and we're going to have so much fun, and I can't wait to meet all of you.
Hello, class of 2024. My name is Bailey Hutchinson, the class of 2023. Welcome to Wilde Lake High School in Ohio. As a cheerleader and softball player, it is with great pride that I welcome you to this amazing school. See you at the lake. Go Cats!
Oh my goodness.
Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, I wanna love you as you are, but I won't let them break me down.
Let's shout out this brother.
I know that there's a place for us.
Oh, we are glorious.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down,
That's my boy Savion.
I'm gonna send a flag, gonna drown them out. I am brave,
I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be.
this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, oh, oh. Is that Khaleesi in the back? Another round of bullets hits my skin. I'll fire away. Today, I won't let them see me again. We are warriors. That's what we become. When the sharpest words won't come down, I'm gonna send a flag, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to be I found. I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, 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 oh. And I know that I deserve your love. Well, whose jersey is she wearing? Oh, oh. What in the...
This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Marching on, marching on. Send a flag, gonna drown him out. Whoa, oh, oh, this is me. That was adorable. Oh my gosh, that was adorable. That's my song.
So that is our welcome. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the school, even though you didn't really see the school. But we will, of course, help you find your way around once you join us, and we will help you find your purpose and create your path once you are with us. And you are a true
That's great, because I have
wildcat.
no idea what I'm going to do when I
So
grow
we
up.
have something called the Wildcat Way, and there's sort of like three components of that. The first is the Ohana. That's what we sort of talked about earlier, is that family, that
Straight out the
community coming
jungle.
together, building those relationships, working together to make improvements, to make that change. We have this idea of finding your purpose and creating your path. So we recognize that everyone's path is not the same, thank goodness, because that would be a very boring world. And so we are here to support you in finding out what your purpose might be in life. And once we figure out what you're most interested in and what your goals are, we're going to help you create a path that's going to get you there. And then our third is equitable learning communities. So we recognize that all students are able to learn, and all students are able to show what they have learned to their teachers and become part of that learning community. And so we are your staff, your teachers, your admin team, your student services team, and your peers, your classmates. We are here to work together to make sure that every student has what they need so that they can be successful at Wilde Lake, and that they feel like they can call it home, and that they feel like they can be part of our Ohana. So I am going to let, we kind of want to hear some questions that you might have. So I'm going to unpresent my screen in just a minute and navigate over to this Jamboard. Ms. Kostelik, if you're able to put that tiny URL into the chat, that would be very helpful.
Yep, it's in there.
Perfect. You're amazing. So we're going to have you add sort of thoughts and questions to this Jamboard. There's 2 slides that we're going to ask you to engage with. So if you go ahead and click on that link that is in the chat, it's going to take you straight to this Jamboard. Okay, once you're on that Jamboard, it is going to allow you to type in sticky notes. So you can put your comments, your thoughts, your questions on sticky notes. So I'm going to navigate there to show you what this is going to look like.
Tell me that doesn't look like the
Jamboard,
mouse from the Dora the Explorer games.
so many of you have already joined, so that's amazing. There's some duplicate slides up here just because in case we delete something, which happens. But you're going to click over here on the left side of your screen on that sticky note, and that sticky note's going to come up, and you can type whatever it is that you want and just place it on there. Once you type what it is you're going to say, you can grab that sticky note and move it around the screen. Okay. There is a second slide up here. Okay. That is questions about. So do you have questions about the schedule or the school day? Questions about 4th period or lunch shifts? Questions about academic supports that we offer at Wilde Lake, or other questions that we don't have a space for that maybe we didn't think of. And so we're going to use these questions that you put on these slides to inform the rest of our conversation during this session. Okay. So once you add some, what are you most excited about? What are you most nervous about? You can put those here, and then at the top of your screen, you'll just click that right arrow and add your insights or your question. And while you're doing that, I'm actually going to open it up to our student leaders who are in the room and ask them if they would be willing to share some of their insights about their experiences at Wilde Lake with you.
Yeah, sure. Wilde Lake is such a great place. I remember the first time that I walked into Wilde Lake, I just saw all these guys with beards, and I got scared. I'm suddenly going to school with all these men. But you can find
Stupid
your
old computer.
place, and you can find your thing, even if you don't know what that is immediately. Explore. You know, there are so many different clubs, and there's so many sports, as you heard from the video. You know, so
kind of go off of what you said, Michelle, I think the best thing about like high school in general is it gives you so much freedom and choices. So you can be part of clubs, like you were saying, activities, different other things in the community, sports, all sorts of different things. And the more involvement you have in the school, the more fun you're going to have, the more you're going to enjoy it. And you really want to enjoy it. It's 4 years of your life. So you really want to make it your place. That way you can wake up every day and think, I'm going to Wilde Lake. This is a good thing. I'm excited. I'm ready to be there. It's going to be good.
Okay, wait, let me just hold on, Morgan. Thanks so much. Let me just jump in. It looks like we're having some issues with the Jamboard. So when you're in the Jamboard, you are only placing your questions or your comments on the first 2 slides. You don't need to make new slides, and you're just making new sticky notes. Okay, so you're only on those first 2 slides, and you're adding sticky notes to those 2 slides. You don't need to worry about slide 3 or slide 4. Those are just duplicates in case we have someone deleting an entire slide by accident. Okay, so all of your comments, all of your sticky notes, you're placing those just on slide 1 and 2, and then we'll come back together and address them. So if you have questions that you're thinking about now, go ahead and put those on those 2 slides. Okay, all right, sorry, I'm going to mute myself again and open it back up to you students. Thanks so much.
Morgan, were you going to say something?
We're enshrouded in silence. Bum, bum, bum. You go over here, and you go. Am I in the right place? Because I see
So
no
student
one.
leaders, I'm going to open the floor back
here
up
we
to
go.
you. If you wouldn't mind just talking a little bit more about your experience at Wilde Lake, we'd really appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Well, I could talk about the theater department, which is amazing if you haven't heard. So if you could see in the back of my room, these are all the shows I film in, and I have a show shirt. So our theater department is just so welcoming and inclusive, and it helps you grow. It forces you to grow because you want to be better, and you're acting, you're singing, you're dancing, But Miss Adler is such a great director, and she sees you where you are. Maybe you're not a singer and you're an actress like me, but she supports you in that way. She recommends like stuff you can do outside of school, and the theater department is just so cool. It's a family that I have, the many families that I have at Wilde Lake.
I think it's just important to discover who you are during high school. So, like, especially because in high school there's a lot more classes that you can take that are personally, like, towards you. So there's, like, career academies you can take and other things. So I think it's important to get done all, like, your required classes early so then you can start taking classes that you actually want. So that's just a suggestion for me.
And to answer, I saw this question popping up a lot, I think, on the question board thing. There are 7 periods every day. 6, blah, tired. But the 4th period is going to be 8A B day. So what that means is one day you're going to have 8A class, the next day you're going to have B day. Your schedule will tell you that. And that will rotate every other day. They post it throughout the building. You hear it on the announcements. It's pretty hard to miss what day it is, and you can always ask. I've had to do that many times. And that will tell you when your lunch is, because 4th period is 2 hours long. But for 30 minutes, you have lunch. And since it's every other day, it evens out roughly with the other 50-minute classes.
Yeah, and I found that my 4th period class is definitely the most fun, especially if you have a course that you really like. Like I remember last year, the woman in the video, Miss Volpe, was my U.S. history teacher, and she was my 4E teacher, so I had to have Miss Volpe for an hour and 30 minutes. So I know it sounds long, but it's great.
Another helpful tip as well is when you enter the building, on the left side are going to be all the odd room numbers, and on the right side it's going to be all the even room numbers, so that will help you kind of narrow down where you have to go. And the first number on the room like that you have to go to is going to be the floor. So like if you have 136, it'll be on the right and it'll be on the first floor. You have 317, it'll be on the left and be on the third floor. So things like that will help you kind of figure out where you're going, because I know it's going to be harder since you guys didn't get to actually enter the building.
And another question I was seeing on the Jamboard, it says, how do you guys determine who is in the lunch groups? It's, wait. Oh, okay. I'll talk about the lunch, and then I'll talk about the difficulty, or someone else can take it. But I remember last year, the sciences and the maths have like B lunch. So, okay, so every single lunch is like A, B, C, D, right? And that's 30 minutes. Let's say that the A lunch is for music people in the music class in 4A. B lunch is science and math. C lunch is history and English. And D lunch is arts and something like that. So it depends on what class you have. It's not divided by grade like in middle school, which is a change, but it allows you to meet new people. And I know so many friends that I have made who are older than me, who are younger than me, and it's another great thing about high school in Wilde Lake.
There's a question, do we use our lockers? Well, I think all freshmen, you can get a locker, but you don't have to use it, so you're allowed to carry around your stuff. And for sports, you can also get a gym locker, so most of the time I just put stuff in my gym locker. So.
Hi, Miss Batamosi.